Hey, it's Kristen here, and we are in the heart of New York City at INSEPARABLE, the SOUNDWALL experience. And I'm here with Ted, who's going to walk us through the entire experience, including the technology behind the sound wall, as well as the artwork that is displayed. So, Ted, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good,
Thanks for having me.
Definitely. We have some amazing stuff here, so let's check it out, right?
Sure thing.
Okay.
Well, just a little bit about INSEPARABLE. We had a great opportunity to pair with SOUNDWALL, who makes these wonderful canvases for us that are in and of themselves a sound system. And so the work itself, which you're looking at, a piece actually by Jay West called Yellow Yield or Kneel, the piece itself is a sound system. It plays music, it plays whatever you want. And so the idea behind INSEPARABLE was that we got artists, 14 artists from the New York area, to come together to create these wonderful works and pair them with individual songs to really showcase the opportunity that was afforded to us by SOUNDWALL. So this piece is fantastic, paired with Mozart. This piece right here is called Retrograde by Walker Fee. Walker Fee is a great artist. He only painted this work, Retrograde, while listening to the song Retrograde by James Blake. And that's how you get this sort of wonderful purple, sort of red, turquoise, strange color going on. And it's actually just a scene from out his window, upstate New York.
Wow. I know how I felt when Mercury was in retrograde, and, you know, I didn't feel so much of the reds. I felt a lot of blue.
A lot of the blue.
And a lot of, you know, sadness, because I had just so much chaos going on. But literally, this is like retrograde through and through, from the sounds to the hues of colors to just, I mean, the inspiration itself. That's amazing.
And so, I mean, let's see, I don't know if we have this piece on. But say if I wanted to get a piece to play, we could walk right on over here, and right on my Wi-Fi, I just open up whatever sound application I've got, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, and I just airplay it. Choose the piece, press play, and there you go. And so really the opportunity arose for a new way to collect art. It was somewhat harder for certain amateur collectors to spend a bunch of money on a work that they weren't necessarily sure of. But here you get a way of filling your home with fantastic works of art that double as something else, that double as not only a conversation piece, but a great way to bring sound into your home. This work here is a work by Ricky Iao Jr. He's the actor, Danny Iao? Danny Iao's grandson, you have to forgive me. And working with him was great. As far as the INSEPARABLE idea, this artist painted this piece, which is called Clean by Morning, to See What If. He painted it to the song Lotus Flower by Radiohead, which is where you get this sort of lotus flower motif from. It's really, really good stuff. He's a young guy, exciting to work with. Makes music of his own, actually, I think.
Okay.
Some more sort of highlight pieces. This piece here is by Bradley Theodore, a sort of up-and-coming New York artist, seen around the city. He's done murals, downtown, midtown, very exciting artist.
The Anna Wintour.
Anna Wintour, yes, the Anna Wintour and Karl Lagerfeld, which a lot of people have been seen Instagramming on their phone. This piece right here has been quite exciting and kind of a delight. This piece is by Alan Tannenbaum. He's a rock photographer with Rock Paper Photo, which is an agency that we worked with. And it is, of course, a photo of Andy Warhol and Debbie Harry working on her album cover for Blondie on a computer, like one of the first times that Andy Warhol had made art on a computer. And it's fun and dated, and it also, you know, has these great colors and very Andy Warhol, you know, stare going on.
Yeah, it's kind of iconic. You have a great artist, and he's working on a computer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the early on stages of the evolution of art. So that's pretty cool.
Here, speaking of sort of iconic, we have Fab Five Freddy, 2 works by Fab Five Freddy.
Okay.
And let's see, I mean,
and that's
people,
MTV's Fab Five Freddy, right?
So, you know, Yo MTV Raps back in the day. A lot of people around my age or younger don't really know who he is. I know who he is, but it's been a pleasure to work with him. These are actually digital prints on the background that have been actually printed onto the surface of the sound wall, and then we brought these works to his studio, and in the studio he spray painted and painted these sort of like remixes that he calls, and they're really kind of interesting to look at, actually.
Definitely. It gives me hip-hop through and through, like from the cassette tapes to the boombox.
This one's called Mixtape Marathon. I think this one's called The Beat Goes On.
Okay.
And yeah, he's a great guy.
This is cool. I could totally see this in like hot gift of Christmas.
Yes.
You hear me? It's going to be the hottest tech toy gift art piece installation for the holidays. But okay, what else do we have?
Let's see. 2 great photographers right here, Jordan Donor, Elliot Goldstein. This work is a little racy. Really, I don't know, it's on the internet. Not sure what your viewer audience is. But he has done work for Vogue Italia, Vogue UK. He's a great fashion photographer. Elliot Goldstein is another New York photographer. This one's fun. It's sort of urban decay as he saw it at the Bourbon Street subway stop. And it's like a very micro, zoomed in shot of just paint and dirt and water. And it's interesting because you can't quite tell what you're looking at.
Right.
As far as all things tech, this is really an exciting artist. This is Carrie Mae Rose, I'm sorry. This piece is called Amazing Grace Ascension. Carrie Mae is really an interesting woman. She creates these sort of geometric shapes which are meant to look like wings using a computer program. And not only that, but back in her studio, she uses that same program in a 3D printing press, and she makes these into actual wings. And they're beautiful. She puts them on the backs of mannequins, and they're in her studio, and they're very remarkable. You have these shapes all connected, geometric wing shape. It's very, very beautiful.
That's beautiful. I can only imagine how the 3D version looks in person.
It's very, very inspiring. Joseph Arthur and Spencer Tunick. Spencer Tunick's a photographer, and this is the New York City skyline with obviously an interesting group of nudes. And the work is a photograph printed onto our sound wall, and then we brought the work over to Joseph Arthur's studio in Red Hook, and he did these wonderful sort of doodles, I guess you might say. They remind me a little bit of Picasso or something like that. And it was fun working with him, again, with the sort of inseparable concept and the sound and music concept, because Joseph Arthur is a very popular musician. He's been making music since the early, mid-1990s. And he came with us here at the opening, and then the next day he was on tour out in Toronto. And so it's been really a privilege to work with him.
How soon can people check out the Inseparable, the SOUNDWALL experience, and let us know where we're at so they can find you guys?
Sure thing. Well, we're here at Gallery 151. It's down on 18th Street between 6th and 7th Ave. Address is 132 West 18th Street, if you guys are curious. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 6. You can stop by anytime and talk about all the wonderful pieces we've got and the projects coming up in the future.
Okay, cool. And then the SOUNDWALL experience will actually be here until?
September 1st.
September 1st. All right. So you have till September 1st to check out this amazing gallery of some just wonderful works of art.